I'm Duncan Riak, and this is How to Be Loved by a Woman. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about receiving feedback. I really want to operationalize how to do stuff. I really want to make it so that you have no doubt about how to implement the things that I'm teaching you, the things that I'm explaining to you really clearly. Okay, so how to receive feedback. This is the best known way that I'm aware of how to receive feedback in any situation. Actually, first of all, I just want to say the reason why it's important in a relationship to be able to receive feedback is that there have been studies that have showed that when women are typically pretty in most relationships are pretty open to feedback, pretty open to being influenced by the man in a heterosexual relationship. But men often are resistant to being influenced by the woman, and so in relationships where the man allows himself to be influenced by the woman, it's been shown that those relationships are much more long-lasting, stable, and fulfilling, and just more healthy relationships, basically. Okay, so the first thing, when someone gives you any kind of feedback, and actually I made a video about this, a very brief video a while back, and I'm fleshing this out a little bit more. So the first thing when you receive, whether it's positive feedback or negative feedback, the first thing to do is say thank you. Because you want to encourage people to communicate with you. You want to encourage people to express things, express their feelings, express their needs, express anything they want to express to you, and encourage it. So you say thank you. That's step one. Okay, I've got my notes down here. Step two is know that it's 100%. Whatever she's saying to you is 100% about her and 0% about you. Okay? Now, you might not believe this is true, but the thing is, what I want you to do is just go with this. Just imagine, just believe for now, right? Just suspend disbelief and imagine that it's 100% about her. Okay? The reason you do this is that it enables you to not take the feedback personally, whether it's positive or negative, right? You don't say, oh yeah, I'm just wonderful. And you also don't go, hey, wait a second, you're not seeing me for all I am, whatever it is, right? You don't take it personally. And you don't get defensive, and you also don't get kind of inflated, okay? Okay, the third step, so the third piece of it, after you've said thank you, and you've realized and known that it's 0% about you and 100% about her, is create space and time to consider how this puzzle piece that she's giving to you may fit into your puzzle, okay? So you sort of take space, you create space, and you think, I wonder how this might fit into my puzzle, or at least partially fit somehow, or how your model of yourself or of the world might be adaptively changed by using this new piece of information, right? So it's just a separate serendipitous thing that she happens to be sharing this thing with you, right? And it may be this is a really good opportunity because you're going around with your own model of the world and of yourself, and it's self-referencing, right? Whenever you get information from outside, it's always a really good opportunity to figure out how you might be able to utilize that information. So this whole system is designed to enable you to maximally utilize the information that's flowing to you, and the most valuable information, which is feedback, whether positive or negative. So the thing is that this ends up being an 100% opportunity. When you get feedback, it's a 100% opportunity. Okay? Now, if you take feedback as being, or negative feedback or positive feedback as being, you take negative feedback as being criticism, essentially what you're doing is you go to defense and you take it personally, immediately you're going into a position of minimizing loss, right? And so that's demotivating. If you're trying to struggle to minimize loss all the time, that's not a very motivating situation to be in. You can't relax, you're not feeling like you're thriving, right? But the thing is, the model that I've given you, where it's 100% about her, and yet you also create space and time to find how it might fit, is maximizing opportunity. And when you're maximizing opportunity, this is a positive motivator. It's very, very motivating when you have this opportunity. So what I want you to consider, or as you practice this, is to start to see that reality actually works. Like, the way reality is absolutely perfect. Actually, this is actually why it's 100% about her, whether it's positive or negative feedback, is that when we're 100% in tune with reality, everything is perfect the way it is. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And so any kind of positive or negative feedback, other than this is just perfect, like this, is someone struggling with reality. So anyway, when we go through this process, we start coming into alignment with reality, and we find that reality actually works, right? And the reason it works with us, right, is because we've had millions of years, hundreds of millions of years of evolution, billions of years of evolution, evolving to be in tune with reality. And all we're doing is we're taking this kind of thing that takes it personally. We're saying, okay, that's a nice evolution, but it's kind of not really working. We're putting it to one side, and we're seeing how we can adapt. You know, how the one-celled organism can move toward food and light, and can move away from predators, and can move away from the wrong pH level, right? We're doing like those very simple organisms. We're actually learning to respond and react to the environment and evolve and develop our models so that we're actually adaptive, and we're coming into alignment with reality. And a magical side effect of this is that in our intimate relationships, we now are being influenced, and that has a very, very positive virtuous cycle in our relationships. Until next time, I'm Duncan Riak. Thank you.